I think they're here because they wanted it more, to be honest.
They're going to spend half their games saving anyway.
Welcome back to Pickhams, and the fun part about Pickhams is the gloating. We all know that, right? A lot of people didn't trust me in the comments. A lot of people thought maybe I was being vibes-based. No one could have predicted, Metasport going 0-3 in the way I did, apart from anyone who, opened a HLTV page in the last 4 months, which clearly Prof didn't. And in fact, Prof has done so badly, he's been replaced straight away.
Prof has been fired. The vibes were just so off that we've had to sub him out. Metasport going through? Really? FaZe going 3-0 straight through. They're coming in here with maximum vibes. You have Simple in as a stand-in. You have Rain back after he missed Dallas.
This is a tricky one because, Simple lost at Clash Royale to Youngster, so everyone thinks Heroic are going to beat FaZe again. We're going to use vibes because for FaZe, sometimes the stats don't matter. But if we did use stats, it would say Frozen's still really good. Elige is okay, but against these teams, he's great. 3-0.
Now who else has aura like Simple? m0NESY. He's rocked up to the media day. He's saying, I just want the major to start. Stage 1 didn't count, I guess. For Falcons, stage 2 and the rest of the major will. And you have that Nico m0NESY combo. Too much aura for the rest of these teams to handle, really.
It's all about not overthinking it, Pickhams. So Falcons, they're in, obviously. I don't even need to say why. They've got the best player on the stage. They've probably got the second best player at this stage as well.
3D Max, they've had some time off. Might have lost to FaZe a couple of times recently. But with that, coming into this stage, Gravity, he's going to shit talk his way straight to stage 3. Have a couple more comments other than telling people to click his mouse, but that's what 3D Max will be doing throughout this stage.
3D Max, they've been in a bit of a downturn a little bit, but when I say downturn, you look at who they've lost to, it's like Gamer Legion, who would have been top 10 at this major if the MLQ made any sense at all. They lose to FaZe, they lose to G2, and that's their slump. Okay, so they're going through. I just think they have to.
Now, who showed up to stage 1 with a lot of aura as well? Namiga. Risky Bob is a legend. Throughout stage 1, you had Lear hyping his whole team up. The mood was so high, it was immaculate vibes for the whole team. They didn't go through flawlessly, but this time around, they're also making it through.
Heroic. 3-0 wasn't as easy as maybe I thought it would be. That's okay. That happens. They still had all their players playing lights out. I think some Pius's clutches were great. Tanir is as good as I told you he was. So, easy Kaka.
Now, Prof might have put TYLOO 3-0. I'm not that foolish. I know Asian CS always likes to throw a couple of curveballs, but now they're warmed up. G constantly keeping the mood high in that team. The vibes in TYLOO are always immaculate, and now they're going to be sailing high off of that win over FlyQuest, and with that, TYLOO are straight through.
Furia. So I did an article recently and I said that actually them being international is good. And then in Astana we all saw why. And the reason why is because there's no one in Brazil who can AWP like Molodoi can. And Molodoi is a literal child. They're going through.
Now what team didn't have vibes until very recently? Furia. Almost looked like a dead team walking. Just couldn't win titles, couldn't really consistently make playoffs, and now they have a massive vibes upgrade with Molodoi and Yukinder. After they rocked up to Astana, they're going to rock up here, and they're going to make it in.
I'm going to double down on what I said last stage, which is that Nikados is a major warrior, and they're going to make it through again, because Krizen is still amazing, Nikados is still amazing, and they've got some good structure in there. I like watching OG. A little bit tough now, but I do think VP will make it through. They're under a lot of stress, but you've got 3 major winners on your team, and then the other 2 players are Flamus and Icy, who are better than they've been showing, and I think against weak opposition, like all these VRS events, everyone's playing the top teams all the time, everyone looks worse than they are. This type of tournament is when, you're going to see a 1.30 rating from a player like Flit, who has still been good this year, but has a bad team. But I think in this composition, they're going to be fine.
Now, a team that did farm stage 1, Bait. They went 3-0, and then you have NPL rock up to an interview, and he says, stage 1 had a lot of weak teams, so I'm not surprised we made through. That's aura right there. Giga Chad mindset. They're going to lose to Falcons in their opener for sure. But after that, definitely going in.
And then the last team, it gets really tough because Pain, no sample size with a real roster, no idea. MIBR made playoffs in Astana, but why? And then they lost to Furia twice. But I just have to come back to BetBoom. And the reason is the boom. The reason is the experience of Boomich. And I think it's just, when it comes down to here, you look at in-game leaders, and I think you've got Big Azir and you've got Boomich, and I think Boomich has impressed me much more recently than Pain Gaming.
Who do I have as my last team making it through? It's none other than Heroic. You've heard of Dead Team Aura. This team has impeccable dead team energy. Sunpius, he's just happy that he gets to go with Sod at G2 after this. The team went 3-0 in stage 1. They're in full Who Cars mode. And just with that alone, they're making it in.
I freeze really hard as well. I'm going to be honest with you. The opening matchups make it even more tough because I want to say Envision, they're not going to do it again. TYLOO, probably aren't going to do it again. Legacy, why are Legacy still through? I mean, I know I had them through, but did you watch some of their early games? Like, they should not be here. I do have to be a stats man. And what a stats man would tell you is that low sample size is the number one thing we can't deal with. And M80 have played nothing for months. And I don't care. You can be practicing all you want, but if you've got no officials, like a few NA online, Mickey Mouse Cups, and then playing badly on LAN. Like, I haven't seen enough. I've seen all these other teams win games here. M80, it's not personal here. I just need sample size. Stats is about sample size, so they're gone.
There's a few candidates, you know. Some might put M80 if they're haters of NA. Some might put MIBR. Me, I'm putting Lin Vision. And that is because right after they qualified, Call Me Sue said, I hope we don't go 0-3 in stage 2. And that is just negative aura to me.
I'm going to have to go based on the Counter-Strike we saw in the last stage. And I think Legacy have a point to prove because of Bestia, but I also think they played some terrible Counter-Strike. I think they're here because they wanted it more, to be honest. So these are my Pickhams. And it does look suspiciously like I just sorted by world ranking.
Now, what team can you find with less aura and vibes other than VP? They're a dead team walking too. You have rumors about changes coming in. Maybe Electronics out. Electronics tilted on a good day. Coming into this major, with all of this surrounding it, they're going to spend half their games saving anyway, but at least it'll be quick. We won't have to watch too many save rounds, too many rounds where they run out of time because they're getting bounced. With that, lock it in.
You never know. Prof might be back for stage 3 because I don't think Nohte's going to do any better. Anyway, see you then.